Is this the good side? Is this my good side?
Howdy folks! As many of you know, last summer I made these little cast iron ducks and they have cubic zirconias in the eyes. Why did I put cubic zirconia stones in the eyes? I thought it would look cool. They were actually cast at the Down on the Farm iron pour in July of 2023. And at the end of that iron vlog, they were still just the raw castings, but I finally got in a chance to finish them. And so if you're interested in how they turned out, but also how I made the 3-part sand molds and got the stones to stay and cast in place, because no, they're not just glued in, they are in the mold when the iron enters it. And so I show the whole process in this video. Thanks for tuning in today, and let's get to work. I don't know where I am in this process in the video. Welcome back to the garage shop. Today I'm going to be zipping up some of my resin bonded sand molds for an iron pour that I'm going to next weekend. Let's get to work. Okay, so I've finished gluing all of the stones into the mold, into the eyeballs, and then I'm kind of like letting them dry. It's pretty hot, so I think the dry time is going to be fairly quick. And then I'm gonna use my construction adhesive to glue them together, and then I'll band them together with steel banding. And then the last thing I have to do is I have to glue on the pour cups and the vent risers, but I think I'm gonna do that after I band them because that's what I wanna do. Okay, so I'm laying out where my pour cup and my vent riser is gonna go. And before I glue them on, I want to band this, but I want to make sure that this space is going to be wide enough for my banding. The banding is 3/4 of an inch. So I need to make sure that there's 3/4 of an inch in between here and here. So I'm just going to take this down to a straight, and I'm also going to take this down, and I'm also going to shave this down a little bit. For me, making the extra effort to make sure that there's enough room for the cup and the vent riser and the banding. So I'll like do this extra stuff just to make sure that it's all gonna fit and I'm not stuck in a tight spot. Okay, now it's ready to go. You know, I've shaved this down and shaved these two down and I marked it. So now as long as I put my banding in between these two lines, the pour cup and vent riser will fit on just fine. Good morning. It is Sunday down on the farm port, and I'm gonna open my molds. So I saw both of my molds get poured. I only got to actually capture one of them being poured because then the other one, it's like I don't know where they're gonna go. So it's hard for me to get ahead of them. And I was over here because they had just poured, and then another ladle crew went over there. Oh, I found it. It's over here. Here it is. Should I bring it with my other one? Okay, so I'm gonna open my mama duck mold first. I'm asking for attention. That's what I'm. Exactly. Oh, we've got a ducky. Put these to the side because I gotta open the other ducks. This banding. This is overkill, but it's what I have. You know, it's what was on the... I don't know, this may be too small of a hammer. Can I borrow this? Thank you. Got a bigger hammer, guys. I think we're in business now. Oh, did it? Oh, guys. Oh. That's fantastic. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so reflection time. Let's see. Look at the ducks. Okay, so we'll start off with the mama. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I mean, I guess it could be a daddy duck too, but I ended up putting felt on all of the bottoms of the ducks because, frankly, the bottoms were really ugly. Not just like I didn't feel like grinding them and sanding them to a nice finish ugly, but there was like, I was going to have to grind away so much to make it look good that I just figured I'd cover it up, which is something that in art school they would have never like, oh, I'll just cover it with sticky felt, like F. But, you know, I'm not in school anymore. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Anyways, so I like the felt on the bottoms, you know, it just slides really nicely, and you can see the finish that I got. This is literally just the sand finish. And I did use it's like a little steel cup wheel, and I put it in. My husband and we have this one Delta drill press that he uses to burnish the edges of leather. And so he said I could put my little setup there. And so I like it because I have a little bit more control. It just was exactly what I needed at the time when I needed it. It worked really well. So you can see I was able to get all the kind of, sand from the sand molds out. This is just what the sand texture is for iron. And I also made the conscious decision to not clean up the part lines. When you clean up part lines, it's just so obvious. It's so visible. And I know that there's different tricks that people use. I've seen people use the drywall construction hammers that I have one of those. I've done that texture. I have one of those needle scalers. I've done that, but it's just not the same. And so when I clean up part lines on my castings, I like them to be very intentionally treated visually. And so here's an example of some pieces that I've made in the past, and you can see where I almost polish, my part lines. And so I just felt like with the mouths of the ducks and this area in here and around here, I felt just inclined in this part of my iron casting and finishing career to just leave them, because I don't know. But there's a question, leave me a comment. Do you think that I should clean up the parting lines on these ducks or not? Because I'm interested to know other people's opinion. And also I can still clean up the parting lines. It's not too late, So yeah, here's another baby duck. And this is the other successful baby duck, and you can see the stones in the eyes, and sometimes we get a little bit more iron over certain, this one went over it a little bit. This one, it's only kind of the bottom is over the CZ, but they're in there. You look good. Mama duck. They look good too. It's pretty cool. I want to tell you that the video doesn't really do it justice. Like most things that are beautiful in life, like sunsets and love. Just the photos, the video doesn't do it justice, but you can get the idea. And so then now I'm going to show you the ones that didn't go so well. So this one, you can see the stone is almost completely kind of covered by some iron. And then on the other side, you can see that I don't know what happened, but the stone kind of smashed out. You can see there's a little bit of it in there, but then also some of it's missing. And then this one, oh boy. Ooh, you can kind of barely see that one. And then the stone was in there after the casting was done, it was in there. But then when I was using the little wire wheel on the drill press, it got ripped out from that. And I mean, honestly, I'd rather have it happen when the object is with me and I can say, okay, that was a technical failure of the materials and I did the best that I could. Heaven forbid I sold it to somebody and then the stone fell out and then they would be like, well, can you repair this? And it's like, no. Part of the reason why this is so special is because the stones aren't glued into the iron. They are present when the iron forms the object. That's the thesis of this technical exploration. So I just, got these two little guys. Oh, nope, that's not that one. It's these ones, these two. And I mean, I finished them all the way. I put the felt on them, and they're great little, you know, meep moop guys. Very happy. But I think I'm going to try again. Like, I might do another mold of, say, like 4 more baby ducks, and then maybe I can get, like, you know, there's a rate of failure with this technology, if you can even call it that. And so yeah, I think I'm just gonna cast some more. I also, you know, I'm gonna have a certain amount of miscasts, and like these little ducky guys, they don't have the stones in the eyes, but you might want one as like a souvenir, or to, you know, help support what I'm doing and help me get to another iron pour so I can cast more things, hopefully successfully. But yeah, and so I may have a section on my website of off casts. These are all, you know, it's like, it's always amazing to me about how fast I can think of ideas, but then the actual following through of the ideas it took me years to get the ability to make sand molds in my home garage. So yeah, I mean, I do kind of feel like anything is possible. But that's all that I have for you about the ducks today, I think. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking it out with me. If you've newly stumbled across me and my channel and you like what you see, then feel free to subscribe, because I upload honestly as often as I can. So that's probably about once or twice a month, depending on how busy I am at my day job. But sometimes I do post every single week, and those are crazy times, but I really enjoy when I do get a chance to do that. And usually it's for the Tiny Tool build. If you don't know what the Tiny Tool series is, you just got to do some research on me and look back at my channel. But I feel like most people that are watching this, they know. And the last Tiny Tool that I made was the tiny sterling silver replica of the hardtail vise by Fireball Tools, which was great fun. But if you want more frequent videos from me, then consider joining the crew over on my Patreon account. I do have an option for just $1 a month, and also like more per month memberships, but I want to be realistic and understand that everybody has their own budgets, and if you just can only contribute $1, it really does make a huge difference to help me be able to afford to attend more iron pours, travel to more iron pours, and then I get to show you more of the videos of me going to the iron pours. So I definitely enjoy doing that. So it really does help, and all levels of contribution on Patreon get access to a monthly check-in of videos that are posted just on Patreon, and that is usually in the 3rd week of the month, but I detail everything that's happening that month and also follow up on things that were happening the previous month and what I'm looking forward to in the coming months. So if you want to know more about kind of like the behind the scenes, what it takes to like plan all these videos and work on them all, you know, that might be an option you're interested in, and I would love to have you. So of course I release all of my videos to Patreon members early, so they get to give me their opinion of anything that they think I need to change about the video. And then through the Patreon portal, members get to watch all of my videos commercial free, and they get narrated voiceover versions of any videos that like explanations are important or appropriate for. And so if you're wondering, there is a narrated version of this video. So I would be incredibly honored if you would at least check it out. And thank you to everyone who's already supporting me over on Patreon. You're my favorite. Thanks so much for viewing this video, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing the detailed process and work that went into making these little duckies. And I'm sure the narrated version gave my Patreon members more insight about the thought process and reasoning that behind my decisions. I had so much fun making this little duck family, and I'm so glad that you're interested in watching. I'm so grateful to have a group of people with which to share my metal art passion with. So thank you. And as always, I love you, and I can't wait to share my next video with you. So I'll talk to you soon, and have a great day. Mwah!
He's so cute though.
You know, it's funny because it's just me, and I'm not a trained videographer, so I don't really know what I'm doing with like the lights or whatever, but every do-it-yourself video yourself, they always say, get near a source of natural light. The sunlight is the best light. And so like I've got this window, but I kind of feel like I'm too bright. So if I'm too bright, what do you guys think the thumbnail should be? Like, oh, where's my daylight? Come on, bro. What do you think if I like have it like this? Can you see it?
Is this the good side? Is this my good side?
What if I like...
What a dumb smile.
Should I kiss it? Like, I literally don't know what I'm doing, but what if I have two? The two good ones. Give you ducks for eyes. Oh. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.